Hello and welcome back to the Dark Souls 2 blind playthrough as the Swordsman class, and as such, we're using swords and we're dual wielding them, and that is our playthrough. I'm sure you'll be very happy to know and hear that I have finally decided on what I'm going to main my character as. He is going to be a dual swordsman, which means I'm going to have a rough time because I'm not going to be able to block. But, as you've seen from my playstyle and I've seen in comments, I rarely block even with a shield. The reason for that was literally because I have been having issues with bosses and my shield, because my shield that I've been using most of the time has been blocking about 60-70% of the physical damage, which isn't all of them, so I just decided to roll out of the way was more viable. So if I'm doing that anyway, why not have extra damage? Now, I've done some testing, and in a normal stance, dual wielding, I do, let's say, 100 damage a swing on an enemy, right? And in a power stance, I do 150 damage per normal swing. So it's just increased damage. The normal stance power attack does, let's say, 100 damage, for an example. And when you're power stancing, the power attack does literally twice it, sometimes more. So it's definitely worth it. It's a massive damage increase, and I really like the playstyle of being agile and jumping around. Now, the weapon of choice are not going to be these two short swords. They're actually going to be dual wielding long swords that I can buy from the blacksmith. I'm going to need a few souls to buy them, and I'm also going to need to perform a power stance. I've already got the dex that I need, but I need 15 strength, and I am currently working on 11, I believe. Let's just double check that. I currently have 11 strength, and I need 15, so I need 4 levels before I can dual wield them. Then I'm going to go buy them and upgrade the hell out of them. I'm going to try and keep them on par level-wise, so if my right hand is +3, I'll try and make the other one +3. At least just keep it as balanced as possible, and it's going to be fun to be able to do this kind of thing. Now, I do want to be agile and stuff, and you notice that I'm wearing different armor now. I'm wearing the Elite Knight's, is it the Elite or the Giant's Knight? It is the Old Knight leggings, the Wanderer's manchetes, and the Hollow Soldier armor, along with the Travel Merchant hat. Travel Merchant hat's just good stats overall, and the increased drop rate is really great. The Hollow Soldier armor is slightly better than the Wanderer coat. Now, something that I should mention about the percentage at the bottom right is 70% is the cap for a light roll, and then 71%, for example, or 70.5% will do a medium roll. We want a light roll, especially on this class. It is a very smooth scaling thing, so if I was to be at 10%, I would roll further and faster than I would at 60%, so it's a trade-off. But I think the extra armor for the extra 10% weight is worth it, because the 10% difference between the roll is barely noticeable, so that's why I'm running the armor I'm running right now, though I will definitely be wanting to wear light armor in general as a whole compared to what I'm wearing now. Alright, so yeah, I need to go to the blacksmith, buy those 2 long swords, don't have the souls for it right now, and then level up 4 times, so I'm probably going to do that soon. Then I'm going to level the hell out of the weapons, and those are going to be my weapons of choice for the playthrough. Now, I was wondering if the merchant, after I bought that shield from him, would have some new dialogue. It looks like he's no longer sat on the ground, he's actually found himself a stool, so he's moved.
Oh, I was hoping that you would come. I've stocked some new things, and I thought that you might be interested. They've been selling rather well, and I may step up operations soon. I'm surprising even myself, to be honest.
He's a nice guy. Very nice guy. And after I bought that shield, he kind of had a little bit of currency to work with, and has actually apparently got himself a few customers. Back when I bought that shield from him, he had literally no one buying anything from him, and now with a little bit of money he's bought apparently some new stuff. So not new shields, but loads of new armor. Check that out. So he now sells the Royal Soldier armor. So the enemies I've been facing are actually known as Royal Soldiers. We have the Elite Armor set, the Elite Knight set, which is from the first game, by the way. Braden steel is usually used widely in Drangleic. This fine alloy is made from ores mined in the Southern Kingdom. This helmet is made of Braden steel, provides sturdy defense, and making it an all-time favourite of Elite Knights. It is an all-time favourite, very widely used in Dark Souls 1. Very cool. So that's the Elite Knight set that he sells now. And then we have the Royal Armour, which is what we've been seeing, those stronger knights that we saw in the Forest of the Fallen Giants. Talked about last episode. Equipment crafted by the Royal Blacksmith, finely polished and ready for battle. So it's all that same description. And then we have the infantry armour, piece of basic minimal stuff that he was previously selling, or was it this? Yeah. So, and then there's the mercenary armour. So the more you buy from him, the more stock he has. I think that's very cool. I'd like to buy something else from him, but there's not really anything I need right now, I don't think. Unless, I don't know how heavy this elite armour is. We'll have to have a look into that, maybe off camera. But yeah, I bought that shield off him. Sadly, I'm not going to have any use of it though.
Did I mention before that, well, I'm not from these parts? I was on a journey, and somehow ended up here. The desolation here was disenchanting at first, but over time, things started to turn my way. Yeah, I've got a good few regulars now. They're all strangely desperate and quite willing to pay a premium. Sadly, some of them never come back, but I try not to think about it.
Interesting. He's talking to us like we weren't the first person that helped him. He seems a lot more confident now. Oh well, not a lot more, but there's definitely a noticeable confidence about him. I think that's cool, but I'm kind of wondering if I keep buying things from him, he'll keep getting more arrogant as the more things he has and the more souls he has to play around with. That would be really cool if that was like his character progression.
Have you seen that warrior lugging that giant blue sword about?
I have.
I'm no expert, but that appears to be a fine specimen.
It does.
The monstrous thing has a peculiar design, quite unlike anything found in Volgan. If you should speak to him, would you ask him if he won't sell it? I'd have to take another look, but I'm confident I could offer quite a price.
Very confident. So he wants to buy that blue greatsword off that knight that seemed to be a bit of a coward. Maybe we'll go talk to him.
I considered returning to my homeland, but I've decided to stay a while longer. I've started to turn a handsome profit now, and I can't bear to give it up.
Wow. Very confident. It's really cool that I just bought one item from him and he used that small bit of... Souls is technically currency in this world, by the way. He used that bit of money to work himself up. And it shows how much, some people in the world only need a little to get started.
I considered returning to my...
Okay, so we've exhausted his dialogue now.
Always open for business.
He begged me to... He said he hopes he sees me again in a very depressed manner, expecting never to see me again. But now, God, the change in the character, man, I really fucking like that. And then we've got another character here. After defeating the bosses, we found this character, the travelling merchant, and she's taken up a post in the town. Hopefully this time I won't stab her.
Oh, you again? Go on, it's on the cheap for you.
She says she's selling me things for cheaper because of who I am, but that evil laugh makes me think otherwise. So some crappy stuff, and the travelling merchant stuff. What have you got? Human effigies, very useful. Life gems, all the things that you had last time, right? Nothing new at all. I remember her saying that she had something new for me back in town, but clearly it was some sort of lie.
Everyone's so stingy around here. Everyone's so stingy everywhere. You're my only customer. Don't make me beg. Now buy something.
She's very good. She's very good at trying to play on your emotions.
We call this place Majula. Not too special if you ask me. It's just the place where everyone seems to end up.
Dude, the fucking voice acting, can we just talk about it for a second? The voice acting in this game. It was good in Dark Souls 1, but now, holy fucking shit, the voice acting in this game is fucking phenomenal. I am so impressed. Alright, cool.
Lovely times these are.
See if the crestfallen warrior has anything new to say before we make a few final stops before continuing on.
The flame thing.
Nah, nothing new to say. I'm sure you'll have something to say soon. Alright guys, I'm going to quickly do a little skip here. We're going to go back to the Forest of the Fallen Giants. There's a couple of things that I want to check out before we leave that area. I remember that the trees in this land were made of the giants, right? And it's just making me look at the trees a little bit different since last time where we fought the last giant. The creepy empty face. And I mean, this bonfire is right under one. I guess these were really the bones of the giant now. It's interesting to think about. Now, the area that I wanted to check out was, let me think, that's where the lizard is. There's some loot down there. There's that area there that I would really like to be able to explore. You can see a tree made from a giant down there. If only there's a way down there. I'm sure there is, but I can't see it right now. I knew it! I knew it! You know how in the last episode I was desperate to get across this side here? The soldier key actually opens this door, and we've unlocked this whole different area. Now let's just have a quick look around. I knew, look, there's a chest that I really tried to get to. It's a wooden one so you can break it. Ring of Restoration and free torches, very useful. Oh man, I just thought about a whole another area that we're going to be able to unlock with that new key. Right, Ring of Binding, Stone Ring. I'm going to get rid of the Ring of Binding for now. It's useful when you're very hollowed, but right now I am in human form. So, Ring of Restoration gradually restores HP. Probably going to be useful if it's noticeable healing. I'm not sure whether it's going to be. There was a similar ring in Dark Souls 1 that slowly regenerated health, but it was barely noticeable. There's a big door here. Produce the symbol of the king. So, maybe we need to come to this area when we've seen the king, or maybe that's something that we can do to go see the king. Remember, our ultimate goal is to visit the king, and we're going to need 4 old souls to do that. How? I'm not sure, but we'll find out, I'm sure. Looks like an empty area though. So that's just this area. Okay, so we worked that out. Now there's another area that I wish to try, so let's jump to that. Okay, so do you remember this door that's locked? We're totally going to need the soldier's key to open it. Now, in the playtest, I know what's down there. A few turtle knights. Whoa! Holy crap, you scared the hell out of me. Holy shit. I was like, just in my own, monologue there, and then I was like, I'm not moving, why can I hear footsteps? I look left, boom. Wow, my HP, look! That's noticeable regen. I can see it going up. Compared to the first ring, it was shite. That's really good. It's like having a permanent mini life gem on, kind of. Very useful. I don't have to pop life gems all the time now. Anyway, so it's a dark area and I'm going to need a torch to see anything down there. And it actually led to the Mirror Knight. I don't know whether that's the case now, but maybe it is. So I'm excited to find that out, but there's one last thing that we need to check before we go there. Now that final area that I wanted to check was this cave. I remember coming here in a previous episode. Boulder falls down, right? Maybe I've sort of deactivated the boulder, maybe there's only one. Alright. And there's this area down here. Is this where the boulder falls? Definitely not where I want to fall. And this, okay, and then let's actually go up then. I'm going to be so mad if that boulder pops out of nowhere. That's a person. I thought there'd be loot. Yeah, there is loot up here, but I didn't realise there'd be a person.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just daydreaming, I think. My name is Cale. I'm a traveler, like yourself. I'm navigating the continent to create a map.
That's a noble goal, but why are you digging here?
Why cartography, you ask?
Not quite what I asked.
Well, that's a good question. When I first came to this forsaken land, it was... a curse? Something about a curse? How embarrassing. I seem to have lost my focus. But I do know one thing for certain. I have always been very fond of maps.
I think it's funny that a man who's losing his memory or doesn't have a very good memory is someone who does maps. I mean, ultimately it's very suitable for him, because if he doesn't remember anything, he wouldn't remember his way around or how to get to something. So if he's making a map, it'll help him.
I came to this land some time ago. Drangleic, the Lost Kingdom. It sounded so romantic. Have you seen Majula? Oh, there's a rather spacious mansion there. I've made it my temporary home. Well, as something of a squatter, I'm afraid.
That's the big building that's locked in Majula. I would very much like to get in there. A mansion it's supposed to be. That's where we found the Estus flask as well. I wonder if he's going to give us the key, or maybe he opens the door if we save him.
Inside the mansion, I found a strange map, like none I'd ever seen. I believe that it's a map of Drangleic. Now I'm traveling the land to prove it.
A very noble goal.
Yes, that's it. That's why I came to the kingdom. Wait.
No, it wasn't.
No, that wasn't it. Then what? I don't seem to recall.
To make a map of the area, you fool. That's what you said. You found that map while you were here, and then you gained a new goal, and now you're digging in the ground.
Were you looking for that map? Wonderful. Then you're fascinated by maps, just like me. Shame on you. You should have told me before. Here, take this. A key to the mansion.
Yes! Hell yes!
What a joy to meet a kindred spirit out here. Incredible, really, isn't it? Such a map to be chiseled in stone. Oh, but one thing. I would not venture deep into the mansion. I can't be certain, but I've heard disturbing noises. Something about it feels wrong. Just be careful, please.
That's very creepy. Man, we gotta go to that mansion. We gotta go, like, soon as possible.
I'll be back in Majula soon. Perhaps we will meet again and discuss maps at our leisure.
Well, there we go. I'm very glad to have met you. Thank you for the key. I'm really excited to go into that mansion now. I wonder what's in there. And, yeah. Dude, he's got a new guy in town. Another amber herb there. Not too useful for us, but a good item nonetheless. Can I make that jump? Might be foolish to do so. How do you even get back? I don't remember. Oh, I know. Climb this ladder. Alright, so one final stop on the old map to finish up this area, and it is that dark area underneath the one that I played previously in the test version while Eurogamer. So let's do that right now. I should actually be right next to it, so I won't need to skip or anything. Here we are. I've not used any real healing as well, thanks to that ring's so useful. We're gonna need a torch. Nice. Oh, I'm gonna appreciate the lighting effects so much down here, man. There's a lot of things down here, I remember, that were dangerous to deal with. We already have one on our left, so I better deal with him before that turtle comes barreling my way. Now, one of the issues is that he has a very strong back that I have to keep hitting him in the face to deal with. There we go, not too hard to deal with, just a few dodges there. I think I did that pretty smoothly. The he didn't come barreling towards me last time, I'll tell you that. Let's light this place up. Great, I love the lighting effect, the fact that you can light up the area like that. A black firebomb and a homeward bomb, useful. Hey, are those black firebombs? I just got them myself. Thanks for showing me how they work. I remember there was a guy with a bow firing at me somewhere down here at the same time as a turtle and a knight running at me, so I'm ready to be bombarded. Okay, here's a second turtle knight. See how we do. You don't actually have to dodge roll that. So sidestep it. Do have to dodge roll that. And done. Very clean, very smooth. Feeling good. Let's light this area. I can see someone in the darkness there. Got another torch in case I need one. Got 35 minutes on my torch. Very useful. Now this area should go outside, right? Yes. Immediately I'm bombarded with a guy by a bow, yeah. Ooh, that's new. Turtle Knight. Let's get inside. That's new. Yeah, there definitely wasn't a Turtle Knight there before. Now if I could just... oops, not meant to do that. Didn't mean to do that. I meant to do that. Foolish. Alright, buddy. Let's dance. I'm not in power stance. Whoops. Nice. I love that they implemented such a fancy footwork mechanic into this. And by that I mean when you're careful with your placement, you don't have to roll at all. Rolling was a bit too strong previously, and now it's all about footwork, and I love it. You survived that attack. Impressive. A bastard sword. That sounds cool. Very cool. Oh, it's a great sword. I need 20 strength to use it. Heavy greatswords are designed to be wielded by two hands, normally swung in large areas and effective against multiple foes. Be wary that such attacks leave the wielder wide open. Interesting. So, I guess that's just where you find that. Now, I have to be careful here. There's a lot of enemies in this area. Speaking of enemies. Ow. I pressed roll, but I guess my adaptability isn't high enough. Oh shit. That's a fucking chain. Ah, fuck you. Alright, the other one's on his way now. Let's get inside. That guy with the bow is being awkward. Fuck. I messed up the roll and rolled into a wall. That's not how you dodge at all. And he hits like a truck. You do not want to be hit. Ah, what the hell is happening to me? I dominated all the others, and then this one's giving me quite a bit of trouble. we go. Oh, I understand now. I'm attacking first with my left hand, and apparently it's slightly slower than the right, so I'm going to have to worry about that. But hey, we managed to deal with them all. If I hadn't wasted one of my flasks, I'm sure it would have been easier to deal with. Ow. Fucking, these guys with the bows are phenomenal with their accuracy now. Fortunately for me, I have that ring of regen on, and 5 life gems to play around with, though that is not many. Now there is a bonfire in this area. It's so creepy. It is a giant tree. I'm gonna need to find that bonfire before I even go near that, because I don't want to be picked off randomly like that. There's the bonfire. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Oh god, I was just thinking, I really hope the Turtle Knights don't respawn. They respawn. Fuck, no stamina left to dodge roll. Okay. Gotta deal with this guy before I deal with the knight. Okay. Bring it on. Fuck me, you are scary, son. It feels like my offhand strike actually does more damage than my main one. Maybe it's just a... Oh! Hang on. Am I attacking with both swords? With my... So basically, let me guess right. R1 is one attack with the main hand. R2 is one attack with the main hand. L1... I think I might be attacking with both hands there. You see that? In like a double attack at once. I'm definitely attacking with 2 weapons there. Maybe the left side is 2. Confirm in the comments if you know. It'd be very helpful and cool if that was the case. Cool, I'm pleasantly surprised by that. Now there's a roof we can go up. But first let's just check this out. Yep, here's a chest. Very good. Wow, loads of leather armor and hunter's gear and a soul. I assume it's the hunter's soul. Maybe that leather gear will come in handy. I'll have a mess around with stats and such off camera so I don't bore you too much. Really like this area, man. So there's the drawbridge that I'm going to have to get through. Busted up cave. Right, let's deal with these fellows here first. Right, let's do a comparison. So on this right hand, 162, alright? And then with the left hand, 146. No, I'm wrong. It's definitely a one-hand strike. A shame. Maybe it's just because it's a slower attack. Whoa, you were not there last time. There's 2 of you? This is all new. Last time there was most definitely not 2 Turtle Knights up here, I can tell you that. There we go. Oh shit. Oh boy. Right. Very quick, very agile. Finisher. Nice. Didn't have to use a flask, and that ring of regen's gonna slowly pick me up. Awesome. Feeling very confident with the 2 weapons now. Nice, 3 cracked red eye orbs are invading. Sweet. So where does this lead now? I don't remember. Best be careful. Ha! I see. It leads to that Turtle Knight, and in a very enclosed space, I don't feel it's necessary to fuck with him right now. Let's go check out that gate. Hang on. Is that the gate that I couldn't get through while inside? Amber herb, green blossom. That's the main area that I just came from, where we found the guy about the maps, right next to there. So I think we've pretty much covered everything that we can, except the fire lizards. I do want to check those out. But how do you get to them? I just don't know. Also, I just made a foolish mistake where I need to get back to that bonfire. Hell, I'll kill one just for a goodbye. Fuck, not enough space to dodge. There we go. Alright, let's warp out of here. Okay, we're back in Majula, and this door should be unlockable now. Used house key. Welcome to the mansion. Now, he heard strange noises. So, keep your ears open. Be ready for a surprise attack. That's my advice. Okay, so we got lots of books. Looking for loot and that map he talked so fondly of. Look at the size of that book. So many. I like it. Some loot here. Faris's Lockstone. We got another one. So we found a way to open the next hidden Faris, like, bundle of fun. So that's that area. There's nothing on my right, so let's make our way deeper into the mansion. Just keep your eyes open. Now the sounds you're hearing right now, sort of snorting, are the dog things outside. So don't worry about that sound. You can see them now. You see them? They're like pigs. Very aggressive pigs. So don't worry about that sound. Worry about any other sound you hear. So we can make our way upstairs if we want. I think we shall. Something could jump up on top of us though. Here. Just very carefully. Right, we've got a chest. I like the way the sun beams in like that. Very cool. Man, the music that plays here, pretty fucking creepy, don't you think? Majula's music. Alright, let's check what's in the chest. What's in the box? Titanite shards. 3 Titanite shards. 3 torches. Wow, the upgrading we can do as soon as we have enough stats. Pretty cool that we can climb up here now, get a nice view of Majula. Majula. Your Jula. Bad jokes. It's like dad jokes. I'm not even a dad. But yeah, my stats right now, I managed to get 14 strength, which is pretty good. 1 more strength, then we have the strength requirements. But then we need the souls to be able to actually buy the long swords. They're very noisy, aren't they? Those pigs. Ugly things. Alright, so there's another thing that we saw, and it looked like some sort of statue. So maybe that's where these sounds he was talking about came from. Yeah, look. We have some sort of flame, which can only mean someone's been here at least recently. Keep your wits about you. Something's gonna happen. Let's go deeper. Going deep underground here. Whoa! Oh, we have our first skeletons. Wielding a falchion. He's able to tank quite the large amount of hits. Human effigy, wow. That's a good drop. What we need to be wary of is whether they get up. Now in Dark Souls 1, undead like that would come back if there was a necromancer near. If there's undead, surely there's a necromancer. I mean, who else would raise the dead? Now, we killed Nito, however long ago it was, which means I thought they'd all be dead, all of the skeletons, but obviously not. Maybe there's some new necromancer about. So, the reason I came back to this was to reset the skeleton like an idiot. What I actually wanted to do was light the torch, and then I'll be able to see down there and light that thing that we saw. So let me just quickly cut to jumping back down there. Whoa, man, you scared the hell out of me.
Oh, hello again. You've made it. The map, I presume. Of course. Take a good look.
Oh, look! It's on the ground. It's too dark to see. This must be Filing. This must be Firelink's Shrine. No, this must be Drangleic. The island we're on. The whole island. Wow. What a really cool way to sort of give us sort of a mental note of what the area we're in looks like. How big it is. And where we can actually go. That's really cool. And I was just thinking, the fact that finding someone randomly out there, paying attention, allows me to come to this area and learn all about the world like this, just by paying a little bit of attention.
Even more flames have appeared. I don't know what causes it.
So this flame here has apparently appeared. Maybe while we progress through the world, more flames will appear in the area? Maybe the more places we visit. Maybe this is Majula. Majula has to be by the shore, right? Maybe that's the fire, the bonfire of Majula. I'm not sure, but that's my theory.
Did you see the flame on the map?
Yeah, I can see it.
It wasn't there when I came here before. I don't know what explains it. But there is something greatly comforting about that flame.
Yeah.
It seems to fulfill something very precious, deep within the soul. Something essential.
Souls.
I would not venture far into that hole. It was blocked by a wall, something built long ago. But it was crumbling, and I finished the job. Now a foul sound echoes within.
You fool. You compromised
Did you
Majula.
see the flame?
Right, so we've spoke to him and he's got everything. Very interesting, and we've once again slowly increased the population of Majula. I really like that. I'm so happy they brought that back into this. The skeleton's not respawned. Good. Now we can relight our torch here. I love that sort of checkpoint system. Oh my god, an Ectus Flask shard! Oh yes! We've got 4 Ectus Flasks now. Estus. Sorry, I really need to pronounce that better. I know I'm mistaken in my pronunciation. Alright, this looks like metal, but I'm going to give it a nice hit. That wasn't a hit. Well, I sure hope this isn't a trap. A soul vessel? And a single skeleton guarding it. Must have been a necromancer here at some point. It's the only explanation. Or maybe one of them was just the remaining one, but a soul vessel. That sounds fucking useful or big. Show this to a certain person and it can allow reallocation of levels, but without proper assistance it may simply drain you of souls. If you must truly wish to start again, go to the place where your journey began. Wow! This is the way you respec. We found the way to respec your points. So if I've made a mistake in leveling, I can fix it. I don't think I'm going to use that now, but I can take it back to the starting area and respec. We've just unlocked respecing. So awesome. Just because I paid attention. I actually gave a damn about what was around me. So it sounds like the sound that was coming from underneath was the skeleton. I wonder why it was here though. What woke it? Now, next objective would be down there. The undercrypt underwater of the giants area that we found. Or perhaps we go to that new area where that bird flew us. And I think that's the one I'm going to pick. It looked interesting. Very dark on some sort of big tower. And we should be able to talk to you.
Is that a shard you found? Here, let me see it, so that I may help you. To see light, to see hope. However faint it might be.
And now, we have 4 Estus flasks. Hell yes! Made extreme progress thanks to paying attention and that little bit of explorer in us. I love that they cater to that kind of exploring sense of feeling, something not everyone seems to have these days with your training wheel single player games. This game is phenomenal. I'm very impressed. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Have a great day. Please leave a like if you enjoy this series. I'll see you next time.